going to be going over how I prep for my bridal trials or bridal previews, whatever you call them. I kind of switched things up a little bit, and I wanted to share with you guys how I prep, especially since we're heading into a new year, fresh start, new changes for my business. I just wanted to share like how I've been doing things for my trials. It's really important to me that I am prepared for my trials as well as my bride. I want her to know what to expect coming in here, and I also want to be prepared for the kind of look that she wants. And yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with being really prepared for your appointments. It's just gonna set you up for success. I think that's my goal this year, is just setting myself up for success with every aspect of my business. And just always being like really prepared. I know there's certain things that happen that, you know, you can't be prepared for, but I just felt like I needed to switch things up. So I made actually a PDF that I send my brides now before they come for their trials, and it's really helping. So I just wanted to share with you guys because we're always sharing makeup tips here. So yeah, if you want to see how I prep for my brides, then just keep watching. So obviously my two kits are open. I like to have them just open on my vanity because I like to have everything just in arm's reach, just in case. Both of these have everything I would need for a client, and sometimes you just never know what you're gonna need. So I just open these up, but I do want to kind of customize some of the products that I have out here to the appointments. So like I mentioned earlier, I do ask a couple of questions, and she did send me back her answers. So number one, hold on, let me set you guys up here. So she did mention that she wants more of a medium coverage, kind of like a soft glam, but more glam on the eyes. So soft glam on the skin, more glam on the eyes. So she wants more of a medium coverage, so I will probably use this Sephora airbrush foundation. I've really been liking this. It's pretty natural on the skin, has just the right amount of coverage. It has a natural finish, so it works for most skin types, and yeah, I've just really been liking that, and it photographs really nicely. She wanted a glam eye. She loves glam eyes, she loves lashes, all of that. So her colors are gold and green for her wedding. So she was thinking about maybe incorporating a little bit of a hint of green on the eyes. So if that's the case, I am going to double check with her because obviously green is not like a go-to color for brides. But if she does want to add a little hint of green to the eyes, I have out this Nubian 2 palette by Juvia's Place because I feel like this Egypt color, it's like a nice khaki green. I feel like this would be a really nice color for like that hint of green. So we have that. And then this is like my go-to palette for brides and most clients. So this has my Viseart Warm Mattes, Viseart Neutral Mattes, and then I have some shimmers here. So I'm definitely going to be using this for like the crease and stuff. But since she wants more of a gold look on the eyes with the green, I am going to take out this Tarte chrome paint eyeshadow in Top Yacht because it's just a very nice like light champagne gold. I feel like you can't really tell. So that's what that looks like. Very, very pretty. So I'm gonna take out this color. Okay, so I finished with my trial. Now I'm gonna go ahead and sanitize and clean everything and also take notes on the products that I used. She is not a booked bride with me. I have a feeling she's getting another trial done with another artist, But she really did love her makeup. I could tell she genuinely really liked it. But I have a feeling I could just tell when brides have multiple trials booked. I could just tell. But anyways, I'm going to go through, make some notes in case she does book. That way I know what I used on her. Sanitize everything, put it away. I'm going to try and be good at like putting things away like right away after my appointments. So yeah. Okay, let's try this again, because if I get one more interruption, I've been trying to film this video for like 3 days, okay? And it just hasn't happened because I get interrupted every single time I go to film. Sorry, I'm annoyed. Okay, so I wanted to share the questions that I asked the bride, just because I thought that would be helpful. So the first question I ask is the style of makeup that they want or are looking for. And I give them 3 options and I describe each option. So number 1 would be natural. Number 2 would be soft glam. Number 3 would be very glam. I describe natural as minimal coverage, natural colors on the eyes, maybe individual or cluster lashes rather than a strip lash, and a natural lip. Soft glam would be medium to full coverage, some highlight and contour, but not like too heavy. Again, like natural, neutral colors on the eyes, maybe a little bit of shimmer, or can do a matte, and a strip lash. And then very glam would be full coverage, highlight and contour. I call it like all the works. That's what I say. So full coverage, highlight and contour, mink lashes, smokier eye. And that kind of gives them an idea of how to describe their look. They could be in between two things. And that's fine. But at least by giving them a description of each type of look, it just kind of educates them a little bit. Because some brides, I'm not gonna lie, don't know much about makeup, and in their mind they may want Kim Kardashian, like that look, but they also want like supernatural makeup, and that's when you have to explain, listen, that's not possible. Kim Kardashian and natural don't really go. So by having a description of each thing, just kind of educates them a little bit. The next question I ask is what type of skin that they have. Is it normal, oily, dry, combination, a little bit of both? And yeah, I just ask them to describe their skin type, again, just so I can be more prepared for their appointments. So maybe if they're really dry, I know what foundation I want to use, or know what skin prep I should use on them, and just kind of put it aside so I know, like, okay, they're very dry, I need to use this. But also give a description of the skin types as well, because I've had people say, oh my God, I'm so oily. And then I feel their skin and it literally feels like the desert. Like, I'm like, girl, you're not oily. Like, your skin feels so dry. And a lot of that is because they don't do skincare, or they don't moisturize. That's like the biggest thing. When someone says they're oily yet their skin feels super dry, you're usually in trouble, because that means they never moisturize, and it's going to reflect in the makeup. And then I do kind of take that as an opportunity to educate the client. Like, I'll say, you know, I know you said your skin's oily, and of course you want to be nice. I know your skin's oily, however, to me it feels dry. It feels on the drier side, and that could be, and I'll ask them, do you moisturize? And a lot of times they'll say, no, I don't, because I'm oily. And then I will explain, all because you're oily doesn't mean you shouldn't moisturize. You should moisturize no matter what your skin type is. And I think what's happening here is that your skin is very dry, but it gets oily throughout the day because you're not giving it the moisture that it needs. You're not giving it the hydration that it needs. So your skin is making up for that by producing more oils. And that's kind of how that works. Do they have any allergies or specific ingredients that they're allergic to? And have you ever had your makeup done professionally? If so, was there anything about it that you liked or didn't like? Again, this just kind of lets me get to know the client a little bit, because I have had brides that, or clients in general, that have said, yes, I've got my makeup done professionally and I hated it. And I'll say, do you have a picture? And they'll show me. And to be honest with you, a lot of times it looks completely fine. Like the makeup looks fine to me as the makeup artist. So if that's the case, I typically know either one, the client is picky, or two, the client wants a very natural look, and maybe the makeup that they got previously was just a little too much for them. By knowing if they've had their makeup done previously, it kind of helps me gauge like the kind of client they are or are gonna be. And a lot of times they say, no, I've never had it done professionally, which could be good or bad, because you could give them the best experience of their life, or they just really don't know what to expect. So that's why you have to really prepare your clients. When they get their makeup done professionally, it's not going to be like how their makeup looks when they do it every day. And the last thing I ask is for them to send me inspiration photos from social media, not Pinterest. I don't allow Pinterest photos anymore, because I get shown the same 3 photos every time. If you're a makeup artist, I want you to think of the photos I'm thinking of right now from Pinterest. I'm sure we've all seen them a million times. So I asked them to get inspiration from either my profile or any other artist profile on Instagram. I also have them send me a picture of them, just so I can get an idea of what they look like, maybe what their skin tone is. Again, just so I can be better prepared for their appointment. The other thing I want to mention is I do give them a list of tips on how they can prepare for their trial. So one is exfoliate the night before and apply your favorite face mask and really hydrate the skin prior to your appointment. And I mentioned how your makeup will only ever look as good as your skin does. It doesn't mean your skin needs to be in perfect condition. It's okay if you have breakouts. It's okay if you have some blackheads. However, you need to at least try to take care of your skin leading up to your appointments, because I can tell when clients aren't taking care of their skin. We all can. And they just need to be aware, like, yeah, your skin doesn't need to be perfect. However, if you are, there's a difference. There's a difference between just someone that has breakouts and someone that genuinely just like neglects their skin. The person that neglects their skin, is you're gonna be able to tell with the makeup. Like the makeup's just not gonna look good. So I just kind of reiterate that, like, hey, try and take care of your skin leading up to the appointment. Really hydrate your skin the night prior and do a face mask if you have one that you like. Groom eyebrows or any unwanted hair prior to your appointment. We don't have time to be waxing or plucking or anything like that. Find inspiration photos, which I just went over. If you can, I suggest coming to your trial with your hair styled. It doesn't mean you have to go to a salon. I'm not saying that. But maybe throw some curls in it, or maybe make sure it's sleek. Make sure it's out of your face, or just make sure it's styled in some way and not just like thrown up in a like messy. You want to feel bridal when you get your hair or makeup trial. You want to be able to envision yourself as a bride. So I definitely recommend telling your brides, like, hey, you don't need to go get your hair done, but maybe make sure your hair is styled just so you feel a little bit more bridal. You feel a little bit more put together when you look in the mirror, because let's face it, it's weird when you have a full face of bridal makeup on and then like messy hair and a sweatshirt. You know what I mean? Which brings me to my next point, is I tell them to wear some sort of lighter top, whether it be a white top or a cream top, again, to add to that feeling of being like feeling more bridal. And I even link some tops on Instagram, on Amazon if they don't have any. Again, I just want them to be able to really envision themselves as a bride, because sometimes when clients come in workout clothes and like messy hair, it feels weird to have a full face of makeup on. But if they have their hair at least a little styled and a white top on, they're gonna feel more like a bride, and they're gonna feel more comfortable in the full face of makeup. So those are my tips for my brides. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what else I should add in here. Any tips, any questions I should ask, let me know. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.